So I went out in the woods yesterday to go shooting. Brought my 19 MOS and my 48 MOS. And, well, it freaking blew my mind how confident I was with my 19 MOS. And then when I pick up my 48 MOS, the confidence goes downhill pretty bad. Pretty big, pretty bad, pretty badly. Like, so badly that past 7 yards, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking a shot in any sort of populated area. No way. Now, I carry my 19 or my 48 because of the slim frame compared to my 19. It's got, slimmer profile. So I just figured that that'd be just as good. Well, I don't know what it is, if it's just frame thickness or I don't know what it is, but my 48 is a little less reliable than my 19 is 100% reliable. My 48, I've had, the slide not be, I think it's a recoil spring that isn't strong enough, that it just kind of is lazy sometimes. And I've even sent it back to Glock, and they say there's no problems with it. So I figured that, I'd just keep shooting it, see if I could get as good with that I am with my 19. Now, the cool thing about the 48 MOS is that I can carry a light. But I've really figured out that I never need a gun light unless a certain circumstance came up where I was leaving in the dark or whatever. But pistol light's always around me. That's I'd rather carry a bigger gun with no light on it and carry a handheld light than a smaller gun with light on it that, I can shoot. I'm not saying I can't shoot it. I can shoot the shit out of it. But not like this. Not like my 19. No way. And a lot has to do, I think, with the frame and the slide. The slide being more robust, the recoil spring being better, I guess, and also with my 19, I can make these, thumb ledges that really makes shooting this flat very easy. It's just the customizability of this 19, the package that it has is easy to work with. Now, sorry guys. Now the 48 has some things that you can work on, but it doesn't have enough meat to do a ledge. And when I hold it, my thumb is so high on it that when the slide, I just get slide bite a lot with it. So it's like but I've shot the hell out of it. It's not like I haven't, tried to freaking make this thing work. And I've had it for over a year. But I just keep on going back to my 19 because of my shooting ability with it. I mean, it is. So at 20 yards, I can put shot placement as accurately as 5 to 7 yards with this 48. And in the world, you definitely don't want a gun that you can't shoot. I mean, I can shoot it. It's just that you can't count on everything with it. You can't count on 20-yard shots, groupings 2 inches or less. You can't count on shot placement with these littler guns. It just doesn't work for me. I've been going back and forth, so I'm thinking I'm gonna, want to put this CAGWorks slide stop on, but I've heard so many mixed things about this little part right here that I just haven't put it on. Because I heard that instead of, sometimes you deal with the slide not locking back because you bump it, you're holding high grip and you bump it. And so the slide doesn't lock back. And it's annoying, but I can work through that. Now, I've heard when this fails, the slide will inadvertently lock back during shooting. So when rounds are still in the mag, the slide will lock back. And that's a problem. That's more than a problem. That could get you killed. You're shooting, you're putting rounds on target, and then your slide locks back. Now, under stress, the body doesn't function the same at all. It's funny because you think that it would, but it doesn't. And that's why I go back to this 19, because of the hold. These smaller guns, it's great that they hold, 15 rounds, and, that's great. But if those 15 rounds aren't going where you want, not on target, I mean, if you can't trust your gun that you can make a 20-yard hit, like, what do you want to do? You want to fucking run up to the target and be like, so that you can, it's not feasible in a gunfight. And I see all these people on Instagram, on YouTube, just touting the 365 and 43X and 48 and these slim frame guns that just take can hold all this ammo, 15 rounds, and it's the same thing as a 19. It's not. It is not the same thing as a duty or a full size, even a compact that's a double stack, that fits a man's hand. This feels good in the hand. You really got to milk the grip. I milk my grip on the 48 all the time. With this, nope, I don't need to milk nothing. This thing shoots way flat. Now, also the recoil on the 48 is way harder to manage with any kind of skill. I mean, it takes my skills And really, it just flushes them down the toilet because the gun doesn't have what I need. Sure, it's more comfortable, sure, but I'll give up some comfort and not carry a light for safety, and that's what it is. It comes down to safety. I want to make sure that if I need to pull that gun, well, then it means that I need to fire that gun. And if I don't have a gun that I am 100% confident with, well, that's unsafe. So I just thought I'd put this out there and give a little bit more insight to how people are enjoying, slim frames, high round count guns compared to more full-size guns. And I think there is no comparison. There is none. They're in totally different, this one is a defensive, it's a combat pistol. This one tries to be. So it tries and it fails at so many things. It fails at great duty or combat weapon. It fails at boot or very concealed option for those get off me fights. It fails at that because it's too big, but it's not big enough. So I just wanted to put something out there because everyone's comparing these slim frames and talking about these slim frames in the same sentence as the double stack, combat weapons that have been proven. And they're not. They're not close. They're the same price, but they're they feel janky. Compared to the 19, the 48, it really does, especially if I took off all this wrapping, it wouldn't even, I can barely get a grip with it. So, yeah, for right now, I am definitely staying with the 19. And if, I get some scratches on it or whatever, I blew it. And this gun has about 5,000 rounds through it. And it's really, yeah, they're not loaded, so whatever. I don't give a fuck about that, but I know they're not loaded. And you can't get shot through a fucking screen. So there you go. But this 19 is my jam. And I just need to stop chasing the freaking cool people. I need to stop chasing all the hype that people say just to try to sell you on something. I'm easily sold. So anyways, I just want to put this out there. If anybody knows more about these parts and you've put 5,000 to 10,000 rounds through them without wear, without anything happening, or maybe you've had problems, but I would love to hear about this part because it is hard to get the real on things. You never, it seems like people are always trying to sell something or they're involved with, with a company. So you never know. But anyways, I'm going to try to learn how to steady this camera a little bit better for you guys and try to make better videos. But I'm 40 and it's a little bit, after my time. It's cool though. I love YouTube. Great information. I mean, it's a great platform for that. So anyways, I hope everybody has a awesome day, and I hope everyone really does take what they carry and practice and go and shoot it against maybe what you don't want to carry and actually see if it works. So anyways, thanks again. This 2A community has been awesome, and I think it's a big community that's full of great people, and I think that there's a lot of good information out there that that we can talk about, and try to make buying things a little bit more knowledged when you're spending that kind of money. You want to have the knowledge to, not make a bad purchase decision. And for me, this was a bad purchase decision. It was. And it's hard to sell guns. You're pretty much stuck with the guns that you're buying because of how much the government hates legal gun owners. So it's pretty sad, but our country is pretty sad right now. So anyways, I hope everybody has an awesome day. And if you want to sub to this, go ahead and do that. But, it doesn't really bother me one way or another if you don't. So I'm going to get better at filming because I do want to start, putting some videos together and, talking about things. I think, when I watched Bobby Dynamite's channel, I really enjoyed the conversations that he has with people. It's really nice. It's really good. I like that. So anyways, shout out to all of the YouTube gun channels that are for the 2A community. You guys have made my life a lot better, and I appreciate it. So anyways, have a good day. Peace.